Hello, this is Nick. Nice to see you again. It's been a while since I've posted a video. But again, thanks to Braden and obviously my teacher, Master Shah, I've really felt the urge to make another video because I was listening to a beautiful audio book from Braden and Deepak Chopra, and they're discussing some of the wisdom from the Dead Sea Scrolls. I didn't realise, but Braden has done a lot of research on these. And I just want to make a quick video because some of the things so far, I haven't listened to it all yet, but I've just been absolutely fascinated. I've had a lot of insights into them. So the first thing Greg did when he comes on stage, because it's a live presentation of Deepak's, and Greg is a guest. Braden tells a story, and he said there was 9 children who were all together, who were all staying together, but they were competing in the Paralympics. And he said over the few days of living together, they became friends. Now, he said how it turned out, they were all competing against each other on the last day. And when the race was taking place, when when they were told to go, they took off. And there was a Down syndrome who was leading the race. And when he turned round, he noticed that one of his friends had not made it off the line. He'd fallen. And when he saw this, he stopped. He turned round and he started walking back to his friend. What is the point in one of us crossing the line if all of us don't? So he went back, and as he passed each of the others, they all stopped and they all followed him until they got to the friend that had stumbled straight from the goal. And they all picked him up, and all of them linked arms, and they walked and finished the race together. Now, he started with that story, and what he said after it was, he said, "Do you feel that?" to the audience. He said, "I felt a wave of emotion come over everyone." It's a very powerful story, and it's a very powerful point, because he said, can we get into that feeling straight away? He said, maybe some people can. He said, but the majority of us can't. But it is the feeling that creates the emotion. Now, I felt it. When I first listened to Greg share that story, I welled up. I had tears in my eyes. It really touched my heart. So it's the feeling that triggers healing emotions. He said that emotion that's within us can heal anything and can change the world. So then he goes on to talk about the Dead Sea Scrolls. And, I won't go into too much detail, but he explains how they were found. And he explained that they were found on pieces of copper, and there was like literally thousands of fragments of text that were wrote on animal skin and things like that. Now, he said in the 1700s, they took pieces of it and made our today's Bible. But he said they left out over 45 scriptures. And these scriptures, he said, explain Mother Mary's mother, her birth, a lot about Jesus that wasn't put into the Bible, and a lot of other wisdom on how the nature of reality works. And they're talking thousands of years ago about technology that we're only just getting onto now. And this is what he said. It's said in them scriptures that the world is a reflection of us, a reflection of our internal emotions. Okay? This is so powerful. He said now scientists are only just discovering that the weather is a reflection of mass internal emotions. So if you have a part of the world that is very angry, they usually have bad weather. Now, people might be unhappy with what I'm about to say, but my personal experience, I live in Sydney, Australia. And honestly, most of the people you meet here are happy. They're laid back, they love the beach, and they have good weather. And when I look at England, where I was from, people seem to carry a strong negative charge. I'm sorry to say that because some of the most beautiful people I've ever met are in England, but just the way it is over there, people just seem to have a more angry outlook on life, complain more, and they have, like where I'm from, Liverpool in England, the weather's terrible all year round. My wife Danielle, when I shared this with her, she shared the story with me. She said, "That's really funny that you say that." She said, "Because I had a member of my family who only visited, every so often. And every time she visited, it would rain. And her dad would always sing, 'Everywhere you go, you always take the weather with you.'" He'd sing that to her. Because literally, no matter what the weather was like, when she'd visit, she'd bring the weather with her. So, you can say this is a coincidence, but there is actually science that's backing this up right now. So this comes back to the foundation of every spiritual teaching. That the most important thing is to enlighten yourself. When you are living in love, when you have internal peace, that is your contribution to the whole. That is what you are giving out, and that is what's changing others. Now, Deepak, on the same audiobook that I'm listening to, talks about a mass meditation he was involved in years ago, where there was 7,000 people participating in this meditation. Now, what he said was, whenever there is a group of people doing meditation, the serotonin levels go through the roof. Serotonin makes people feel happy. Now, one simple way to measure serotonin is when your serotonin levels go up, there's actually an acid in your urine which goes up too. So they just measure your urine. If you have this acid in your urine, then your body's releasing a lot of serotonin. So obviously, everybody who was doing the mass meditation, serotonin levels went through the roof. Everyone was in a good space, everyone was happy. But what he said was, they then went into the streets and they asked random people if they would let them test their serotonin levels. And everyone had increased in serotonin. Even if they were not involved directly with the mass meditation, everyone in the surrounding area's serotonin levels went up dramatically, causing people to be happy. This is how mass meditation works. This is how the Maharishi effects work. That's why it lowers every time, 100% of the time when they do these tests. There's always statistics that prove that there is less emergency room visits. There is less car accidents, violence, terrorist attacks, and the list goes on and on. So what Greg is saying is basically what, you know, I've been saying in my other videos as well, which is thanks to Greg. This is what Master Shah says. We, and Michael Tellinger, there's a lot of people out there saying the same thing. What we need is to understand that we have the internal technology to transform this world by transforming ourselves. We have the technology, the internal spiritual technology, that when we come together in love, forgiveness, compassion, service to others, contribution, happiness, what we do is we change the world. Literally. We change the waters, the weather, everything. So all of the pollution that we see in the world is a reflection of our collective psyche, of our collective pollution, psychic pollution that we're putting out there through anger, negativity, and hatred. We need to, by transforming that individually, you need to understand that you are making a difference. It's proven scientifically. You are making a difference to the whole. You know, all the science books, the text is getting rewritten. All these scientists that are coming forward now are saying the old textbooks that are taught to children say that we are separate from everything. It's not true. The new science is that we are all connected and influence one another. So start today. Start loving yourself, respecting yourself. Start loving, respecting, forgiving others. And sign up to the Love, Peace, Harmony movement. Try it out. Try and prove me wrong if you want. Whatever it is, your motivation for going to the Love, Peace, Harmony movement, it doesn't bother me what it is. Just try it, okay? Incorporate it into your life. Play it on your way to work. Put it on your iPod. Sleep to it. Meditate to it. And then feel it. Then experience it. You know, these videos I'm sharing with you, they give you an understanding of it. So the first step is to understand it. The second step is to experience it. The third step is share it. So I'll attach along the bottom the resources page where you can download it for free. And when you download it for free, work with it, share your experiences, and let's make the world a better place. Because as Osho said, the world is already beautiful. All it needs is us to love. You add love to this world, you have heaven on earth. But we don't. By hating each other, we create a hell on earth. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed it. I want to thank my teacher, Master Shah, for everything that he does every day. I want to thank Braden and all of the influential people that I've come across in my life. I want to thank each and every one of you. I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.